a lighter?
Huh?
It's a lighter?
For what?
Candle?
What, do you need a candle?
Candle.
Yo, yeah. Oh.
He said, "Hello, good day, beer planners. We are back again with another episode of the shit you love, topics you find interesting, and of course, these motherfuckers in the room. So, happy New Year to everybody, and let's get started catching y'all up. Everybody in the room, make some noise.
Hey!
All right, so a lot of shit has gone down. All right, let me stop playing the copyrighted music. A lot of shit went down in 2023. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of ups, a lot of downs, and some of those things are great, and some of that shit wasn't so great if we're gonna be honest. But let's talk about some of that stuff. And I think the way that we probably want to frame that conversation, if everyone's in agreement, we're gonna put 2023 into two buckets. We either gonna leave it in 2023 or we're gonna bring it into 2024. How does that sound? Does that sound good for the room?
Yeah,
That works.
I like the sound of
The
that.
people
All right.
says yes.
That's good. So given the Kendrick we was bumping before we got started, we gonna either throw that bitch in the swimming pool and leave it, or we gonna take it with us.
Were you playing Bad Blood with Taylor Swift and Kendrick?
Nah, ain't no Chiefs.
Oh, okay.
Ain't no Chiefs fans.
Oh,
in here.
okay, all right.
Right
That's
now,
what we definitely
right
need to
now
do.
in this room, it's all Ravens. We don't fuck with no other NFL team until after. The
I was
season.
forced to become a Ravens fan. I was forced.
Lucky you. You should be.
I guess this would be the era to do it,
Because
huh?
you know why? Because the GOAT quarterback said that the next GOAT quarterback
He said it was
plays for the
him.
Ravens.
He said it was him, and he's right.
And we're
He's right.
definitely taking that into
He's
2024.
Who and the other is the 49ers. They a contender, right, for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, in the
They're-
NFC side.
NFC
but-
side.
Well,
right.
Ravens are number one seed, right?
Yeah.
For AFC, yeah.
And can we acknowledge that a lot of people now are trying to jump on the bandwagon versus disrespecting them when the year began? Because I very much remember everybody talking about how he shouldn't get paid this, how he shouldn't get paid that, how he's overrated.
I
this,
I was one of
definitely-
them.
I definitely remember them
overrated that.
conversations. I remember those.
And now my man producing and now everybody quiet. Or they changed their tone completely. Like, oh yeah, they number one team. Come on, man. Get that man's respect. Acknowledge I was wrong. And let's move forward.
But also, he negotiated that with no representation. That's
Right.
wild.
Saved himself.
But look how it worked out, though.
Yeah.
And saved himself a good $37 million. Listen, if I
Exactly.
ever bump into Lamar, drinks on you, my guy. Drinks on you, my guy. No, actually, no lie. I've thought about this before. Like, there are some people that like I don't know, but we rock with. Like some famous people where if I saw them in person, I would buy them a drink. I don't even care that they like have orders of magnitude more money. I would definitely buy Lamar Jackson a drink. And I would like get like a nice drink. Like,
Get a shot at something.
let's get around the McCollum 15.
Yeah.
No.
Not the 18. We had our limit on the 15. but
Damn,
You can get that pineapple high noon. Absolutely.
Damn, you see.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
damn. Speaking of the Ravens, y'all just made me think because I was actually in the presence of one of them on New Year's. So that,
Sure.
yeah, man.
Oh,
that was
really?
pretty
Which
cool.
one?
yeah, who?
Mark Andrews. He was
Yo,
at,
that,
he was at Bygone.
he gets a drink.
He was at the
That
Bygone.
man gets a drink.
Mark Andrews definitely gets a drink.
Yes, man.
That might be
Yeah.
an idea for an
The
episode.
Ravens Gronkowski.
Yo, yeah.
Yeah.
I was at that point I was kind of drunk, but I didn't even see it before my friend.
Hey, you
pointed out.
Mark Andrews.
And yeah, he ain't trying to be like a groupie, so we were kind of like, I think we were just trying to like. I think my friend tried to say something to him, but like we were, you were gonna give. I'm in that moment. If I ever see somebody famous like this, I think I would be too scared to say something. Not scared, but I just don't want to bother him. So I'd be like, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, unless I was like,
Who would be a celebrity that you absolutely have to meet? And then if you met him, how do you think you would react to him?
Oh, can I say something with that real quick?
Sure.
Not for nothing. And this is Flash show. I'm gonna get canceled. The young cancel, so good. But I was
We just started.
right. Starting 2024 off with a bang. But I was at TGI Fridays, and this is before the drama. But Ray Rice walked in,
Oh, okay.
and
Yeah.
like
Nice.
I was like, man, and I was a fan then. So like, I'm gonna go say something to him. I went up to him like, hey, what's up? Introduced myself like, yo, I'm just a fan. I like what you're doing. He was cool.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Right.
And then I felt good because we the same height. So I'm like, yo, if he did it, maybe I can do it.
Oh,
But,
there you go.
but no, he was mad cool though, man.
That's what's up,
Most football players are mad cool in my opinion. And maybe part of that is because like with football players, like you got the helmet on, so it's harder to be like name face recognition, like,
Right.
like a Lamar Jackson is. But like, so I remember. All right, so when I was in college, I used to joke with Sean Merriman. I was like, yo, how does it feel to know as long as you get C's, and like don't get injured, you worth millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And when you get drafted, can I hold $1? I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure we still cool when you get.
And he didn't want to have like lights out tattoo on his arm.
Yeah, he had the light switch.
Bruh, that dude was a savage, straight savage.
What the first contact drill that when I walked on, I had to line up against him.
Ooh, you still walking?
Right. And I'm here. Yo, the coach was like before they hiked the ball because it was goal. He was working on goal line plays.
Yeah.
Before they hiked the ball, the coach was like, beep. Only go half speed on this one. I was like, thank you, God. Oh, thank Jesus. Woo! Oh.
Like, hey, he said half. You heard that, right?
Right. Yo, calm your happy ass down. But no. So.
Only thing I have to add to that sports is it was cold as fuck yesterday when they was playing.
Oh my gosh.
I couldn't imagine doing that.
Yeah.
It's
And
the,
that's all I
the
got.
adrenaline keeps you going.
Unless you're Taylor Swift with the old school starter jacket up in the booth.
Yeah, what if she bought
I felt
Kelsey
so
like
bad
a
for
special jacket that nobody else on the team had?
She
Like,
should.
yeah.
As a
I think
good
she should.
girlfriend, she should. I think she should buy.
Yo, when your girl a billionaire, yo, she should do stuff.
Yeah, like she
I
should
feel
buy.
that's like jail rules though. You can't be the one half and then the rest of your team just got nothing. You know what I
Right.
mean?
So
Like,
what you're
Your
saying
girlfriend's
is
a
she
billionaire.
should buy the entire team jacket.
Sure.
And
She would
should
do
buy-
that.
And
I think she
should
would
bu-
do that.
And she should buy him the starter company because like as a strong
elite
independent woman, like,
Bell,
you should treat your man right.
I'm not mad at that.
You know what I'm saying?
We should hire you, man. Representation right there.
Hey,
You
listen,
got that man
listen,
the whole
listen.
day.
boy, smart man.
I have some
Boy,
time
smart.
slots for meetings on my calendar for Tuesday afternoon,
Him a genius.
Wednesday,
your-
and all day Friday.
That should be your sole goal of 2024. Become representation of.
for Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
All right, so where do we want to start? Do we want to start with the shit we want to leave in 2023 or the shit we want
Yes.
to bring in 2024? Like, do we
Leave
want to go
first.
negative or positive first?
Sure.
All right, negative it is. Let's get into the fuck shit.
You always get the hardest crap out first before the softer crap. So let's start with the negative first.
Okay.
It worked. Y'all looking at me like that, but it really worked.
It oddly
It
Visual
really
in my
worked.
head.
Right. It worked.
Out of every analogy.
Think about
you
that
could-
one. That one where you pushing so
I was
hard,
gonna- yeah.
you're popping the vein. It's like concrete coming out.
You could have
and then-
said it's darkest before the dawn. You could have went so many other ways.
It
No,
can be
no,
dark.
the
It
bottom-
can be dark.
The bottom of the bottle always comes out before the
You
top.
wanted
It
to
makes
start.
sense.
That's
With
it.
You want to start with the messy shit first.
All right.
That's true. No. Notice you do the serious shit first before the messy shit goes on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, now just
So-
tell me where- Hey,
So who here thinks that they have the messiest shit to leave in 2023?
I think that. So what? What was the craziest thing that happened in 2023? That was like.
Jeez, I mean, count the ways.
Yeah.
I guess one thing we don't have to worry
all
about
a
in
blur.
2023 because it's already there is that submarine. But
Oh. It's not funny, but like
I thought
it's
we were
not
being
funny,
messy.
but
Come on,
Okay,
man.
my bad.
that was morbid. That was
You would have thought he said something like a damn puppy. I was like,
Come on, man.
oh.
Rest in peace to them people.
Rest in peace in
But
the
you
people.
know
yo,
what? Let
what-
that be something that we leave in 2023.
On
Stop
that
doing
dumb shit.
dumb.
You got a car like that now.
Stop doing
Oh,
that
yeah,
dumb
that's
shit.
PlayStation remote.
What's
You
that?
made a car with that you can control with a PlayStation remote.
guess who's not?
Oh, really?
At least not now.
Not me.
It's stupid. Stop doing dumb shit.
But
You don't have to do this. You don't have to.
But why would you want to see the Titanic though?
I don't get the appeal of that either.
Like,
I don't
honestly.
even want to see the movie.
Have you ever seen it?
No.
You never seen the movie?
No.
You should add that
I
to
refuse.
Add that to the.
I refuse.
Not you
add that to
refuse.
the
I
shit that
refuse.
V-Lots has
What?
to watch.
I
Out
refuse.
of all
All
the
of
things
these.
you've seen.
I actually,
I don't-
okay. I would actually like to see you like review Titanic on. That should be a segment.
You want me to review?
We're whiteboarding live here.
You want me?
V-Lots reviews, but it's no new shit. It's all old shit that
movies
you
and
assume
classic movies that you would
everybody
think.
saw. And Titanic should be first.
I
It
can't.
felt like that before.
I would. That would be a tough sit.
It's a
First
good-
of all, in the 3 hours.
Yes, it's
A
long
little
as
over,
hell.
yeah.
In fact, I've seen videos on what it is. It's a bunch of establishing shots, rich people eating, people waving, boobs, Kate Winslet boobs, which I mean, Google.
They got some good points in there. Like when a dude banged against the pole falling down, that was funny to me. Like the dude went,
yeah.
dong,
When they was a human pachinko
You're a
machine.
horrible person.
Yo, my mom said
Who
she.
says that?
My mom
Yo,
said
my-
she laughed
yeah.
when Jack when she was like Jack.
Oh, man.
By the way, plenty of room on that plywood. Plenty of room for him to
Mad
go.
room.
Or they could have switched turns in the water.
Although James Cameron did come out and say that it wouldn't have worked. He has
No.
officially said that they couldn't have both survived on top of
Excuse me. This is the same guy that said that Terminator Genesis was a reinvigoration of the franchise.
Well, I
Fuck
mean,
him.
who better to know about Terminator than the person that stole Terminator from the black lady? But anyway,
The submarine, you know, I had to just go to the blank room and pull up their calendar. So maybe we can start off with that and we can add since we don't know.
Yeah.
None of us is like,
I
what
got
am I gonna say?
like a person I want to leave in 2023. I can
So-
start there.
Well,
But-
A person?
January
people, not
has
just people.
Krishan Rock.
That's where I'm going. That's where I was going. That's where I was going.
and
Blueface, Krishan,
Yes.
his
Young
mama,
Miami
his other
getting
baby
beat
mama. Please let's leave
All
him
right,
in
so this
2023.
is how we're gonna do this. This is how we're gonna do
on. You
this.
keep Miami getting peed on?
I like y'all.
This is how we'll do this. We'll say what it is, and all together we'll say leave it in 2023.
Okay.
So say it again.
Or keep it.
Or keep it. Say
Krishan.
Krishan, leave it in 2023.
Yeah, her and Blueface.
Both her and Blueface, his mama, the other baby mama.
and his rapping against the beat ass. Yeah.
So hold on. I will
NBA
say
Young
this.
Boy. All of those that's like him.
Oh my God. Leave it in 2023.
I will say this. I'm not a fan of Blueface or Youngboy by any stretch of the imagination. But I do respect the fact that when he got into it with Soulja Boy, he actually pulled up ready for that altercation. Because a lot of people don't do that. So the
It's
fact that he
Soulja
was
Boy.
willing to... Well, yeah, that's true. But he still showed up and
Wait
Soulja
a
Boy
minute.
wasn't
Is
on
this
his side.
NBA Youngboy?
No,
this
no,
is
no.
Blueface.
Blueface.
Because I guess something happened with Soulja Boy's baby mother. I don't know the ins and outs. But I
I
know
just-
at one point...
I think it
Soulja
was
Boy
some- I
just,
just-
pull
yeah.
up and Blueface pulled
I
up.
thought it started
So
from
I
like
gotta
somebody
respect
asked him about I think it was an interview or something about, or I think Blueface was in some interview. I think saying he wanted to do a versus against Soulja Boy or something like that. I think that's where it
I
started
think
from.
the thing.
Don't you have to have a body of work to
You
do
right,
a
I
versus?
I think my thing with
Soulja Boy
Blueface.
got body work.
No, I'm
Oh,
talking about
Blueface.
Oh, Blueface. Yeah, no, I feel you.
I don't want to spend much time on these motherfuckers, but
Right.
like the thing, my thing with Blueface is you could see that he's like trying to find the next thing.
100%.
Oh,
Like,
he's a
like,
pimp.
when he was at the Rams game,
yeah.
with the
He's a
chicks
pimp. He don't
twerking,
want to be.
telling his mans, nah, put the camera on me. No, like listen, if we're ever in a situation where I have paid for women or strippers to twerk in front of us, and I tell y'all to put the camera on me, I want all of y'all to castigate me. No one, if you're my friend, there's no reason why you would do that.
Yeah, I agree. I
Right.
agree.
He is a pimp.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much the way he stayed relevant because it's not because of music, because he's really a
He
one-hit
doesn't
wonder
wanna
and
be the
all.
one that makes the
100%
music. He
right.
wants to write and put the female
He-
and whatever female fits in that little.
He is the
Oh, yeah.
target market for that J. Cole song at the end of KOD.
Oh, this guy. This guy.
February was Rihanna in the red boots.
2024. I don't care what Rihanna is in. Bring it to 2024.
Yeah,
Super Bowl performance.
anything Rihanna, bring the 2023.
We like
Y'all
it.
miss-
2024.
2024, I'm sorry. Bring the 2024.
And those dumb red boots.
Those big rig boots everybody was
The
wearing.
boots you can leave, but
Yeah, we
if it's a
can-
package deal, then bring them.
Yeah.
If Rihanna's wearing
The
them, bring
only
them. Otherwise,
person,
leave
the
them
only
there.
person who could pull off those red boots is Lil Wayne and Mega Man. That's it. Those are only two people.
Mega Man.
That's
Those are
true.
only two people.
Yo, is-
March was Ja Morant and 6ix9ine getting beat up in the gym.
Oh shit.
Hold on, what happened?
Oh,
John
break-
Moran didn't get beat up though, did he?
No, John
No,
Morant was
he
just
was
the
first
whole
in the gun.
the gun shit with John Morant.
Yeah.
Actually, we gotta bring him to 2025. He out for the year. He
Who,
came,
again?
he
What?
came back. He got
Yeah,
injured.
hurt?
Yeah,
Oh, he got
yeah,
injured.
he had
And-
Well, I know
surgery.
the NBA is heated with him.
So
All
bring
that
him
heat
to
will get hurt.
2024 and 2025.
Yeah, we'll
okay.
save him for 2025.
All right.
Who was that?
Ja Morant.
Ja.
You want him?
Yeah,
I like
nah,
Ja.
Ja's
You
like-
want him?
You want
You want him?
All right,
I
so
like
here's,
Ja Morant.
here's the plight of Ja Morant. I'm gonna put it into like Baltimore local like terms that people who aren't from here aren't gonna understand. So go ahead and
Love
skip.
it.
Go ahead and skip forward 30 seconds if you're not from here. Ja Morant is the kid that grew up in Columbia, but for whatever reason, really wanted to claim that they were from Baltimore, and tried so hard that the friends he actually wound up making that lived on the West Side and grew up from the West Side, like he would try to do the things to prove that he was down, and then got in trouble for it. That's Ja Morant. Like he's not from the city. He's a county nigga, but he tried to act tough,
He a county nigga.
and then he got caught up, and then he had to. But he'll be fine.
He a
But
nigga.
even with
It's a great redemption story.
He a nigga.
He's positioned.
Oh wow.
so, but
I would be the one.
So many jersey sales coming.
I'll say this: Vinny's 100% right, but the only thing I would add to that is that even his consequences, he's not even getting hit like he's a street dude. Like he's still getting the grace of being that same
'cause he has
celebrity.
nothing. He has
Like
nothing.
if you
Yeah,
was a
yeah,
city
yeah.
dude getting caught with the same thing, shorty, you already doing 5 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that you are who you are, you're still getting past.
I will still say
You know what
this.
I'm saying? Like-
I think in the next 5 years he can still become the face of the NBA
Absolutely,
because his
Absolutely.
talent is that good.
I agree.
He had to sit down for a second. He had a setback. 2025 going forward, the next 5 years after that, he'll be fine.
Here's another thing, speaking of NBA, that we should leave in 2023. That tournament was so stupid.
Nah, the Lakers won it. I got rocked.
That
I'm
tournament was
impartial.
so
I'm impartial.
ridiculous.
Nah,
I'm
So
not against that either, though. I ain't gonna front. I will watch it. I will. Still watch it.
it was like, what are we doing this for? You got the playoffs. You have the whole postseason. Why do you need a tournament?
They get like, was it 300,000 if they win?
500,000.
500,000? Is that per player?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, man? Yo, look.
For LeBron, it's
But
about
don't you?
But
Okay.
that 12 nigga on the bench,
But don't you think
Exactly.
he doubled
Exactly.
But
his
in a
salary
way-
for the year.
Facts.
But isn't
Facts.
that? But okay. But
100%.
like, isn't that a little? I mean, to me, that's a little bit much. Like you already dominated the season, right? So now, like, you got another. And I'm a LeBron guy, so I'm not hating on LeBron at all. But I'm just saying, like, isn't that a little? It's a little too much. You know what I'm saying?
So,
Like,
But you
can I offer an alternative?
Yeah.
A counter to that. All right. So, if you're the NBA, you have 82 games in the season. So there's a portion of your games that's going to be diluted. If you're looking to bring relevance to the beginning of the season, the beginning of your season is when? October. The first half of your season actually is October through February. The back half, or arguably the most important part of the NFL season, which every game is already very important. When you look at ratings, all of the top ratings gains throughout the calendar year in 2023, with the exception of 2 weeks, was an NFL game.
yeah.
So if you're the NBA and you want to cut through and bring some relevance and gain some more revenue for those games, you got to manufacture something to make them seem important.
I guess, man. But I think, maybe it should be for those who aren't in the postseason. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's just, again, I'm a LeBron guy, but, like, the fact that he, won this too, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like.
But he's a winner. Like, why would you not want winners to win? Like,
No,
yo,
that's
that's the
that.
thing.
I want winners to win. I want winners to win. I'm going to put my hand
I
up.
think you're outvoted on this one.
What's that?
Yeah, we
Think
bring
you're outvoted
it to
on this
2024.
Yep.
Facts.
Keep it
What
going.
else?
April was what? Angel Reese.
Yeah,
Bring her.
Bring
Oh,
her.
bring her.
Bring her.
Absolutely.
I've never watched a female basketball game until she came around. I'm not even going to
Really?
We love
Yeah.
her. And she's a hometown.
Yeah, shout out to
Yeah,
hometown.
she's a whole time girl.
Can't wait for her to get to W.
May was the Chris Brown and Usher fight, and then Beyonce went on tour, and another John Morant.
All right, so bring all of them, but not Usher and Chris Brown fighting.
Yeah.
I
agree.
do want this momentum that Usher is on to come to
Yeah, keep
2024.
going.
Yeah, I think he's going to
Because
keep.
he-
Yeah.
Super Bowl, right?
He's at, yeah.
Yeah,
And he's had a
And
resurgence.
when he announced the tour, that is probably the worst kept secret. I'm
His
probably
music
gonna
lately
spend
been
in-
fire too.
What's that?
His music.
His latest
yeah,
news,
yeah.
he's getting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one of my favorite
Last
songs
2
on-
years he been coming out.
Yeah.
Well, that Good song, I think it was his first top 10 song in, I want to say about 10 years.
That's the
maybe?
one from the Wayne and 2 Chainz album, right?
No,
No.
that's the joint with Summer
Oh, no,
Walker
it's
and
Summer.
21 Savage.
I like the song.
He
with-
had a little
on the-
mixtape or something before that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, but
With,
anyway.
who was the producer? I can't remember the producer.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Sure.
And we can switch it. I know for melodies you a female, but how? No, so like
Don't
So
reduce
observant.
women to their reproductive.
Pause. Unpopular opinion. I don't know why people are mad about that female word. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's the era I brought.
Wait, that's a thing too? Oh, definitely
Like,
leave that
yeah,
in
definitely.
2023 now.
So
What the fuck is that?
okay. I think
What the fuck is that?
Also-
that's gonna get us way off tangent. But I mean, I think, I think that's not necessarily a new thing. But I think it's more so like typically when I think the pushback comes from. Usually, it's said in like a negative connotation when someone's describing like oh, females do this, females do that. You know what I'm saying? And whereas, like, you know what I'm saying? I think that's where it stems from.
Well, I think the first problem
I
is
say
that they
too.
sound like Rick Ross when they say females do this and females do that.
Whoa.
But,
I don't even say, I mean, I'll speak for
Oh.
myself personally. I generally say women,
Nah,
girls. I don't tend to say females or males at all. I just say men, women, boys, girls.
I think it depends. Like your vernacular comes from like your environment, how you grew up, and stuff like that. But I mean, also the important thing to highlight here is that Melody's her pronouns is that and nigga in that specific order. Like it has to be in that order, and both have to be said in succession every time.
It's on a resume.
So
Word.
please respect her pronouns. Whenever you address her, she is that nigga.
Thank you.
But yeah, I'm gonna say, let's keep Usher going in 2024. You know, I'm excited for whatever the new album's gonna be. He definitely had a great year.
He did.
You know what I'm saying? You know, the Vegas shit seemed like it was clearly like a life-changing
Very
thing.
successful.
One of the most
Very
successful
well.
residencies, I'm sure.
Yeah, the only thing about Usher I want to leave in 2023 is those goddamn prices. I went to look to try and go to Vegas and
Oh,
goddamn,
yeah.
why was it so expensive? $3,000
Yeah.
to get the good seats? Not even the good seats.
You said
These were the-
$3,000?
These were the decent seats.
Wow.
Like,
It was decent.
I know that's Usher. I can tell. Like there's dancers. I feel like I got my money's worth watching it.
It doesn't look like five
but
ants on the stage.
But the dinner tables that like all the famous people are sitting at when he be talking, he be singing to people's girls. That shit is more than that.
But see,
That was my question though.
yeah.
If y'all go to an Usher concert and Usher tries to serenade your girl, do you let him, or do you say no?
Excuse
you're
me.
not doing
Wait.
it?
Let me
your
flip
money's
this
worth.
back. Let me ask you,
Get your money
because you have your
He
life,
gonna want
your
fight.
family life. If you were sitting there with Usher, I mean, I'm sorry, not sitting there with Usher. You're sitting there with your lovely wife, and Usher coming there singing "Let It Burn." Obviously sending us a brutal message.
Song choice is important.
Yo, what about to say that? Hold up.
Bing, bing, bing.
Like, yo, no. Like, first off, we have a fight just on the disrespect
What
of that song choice. That's the
You know
first
what
one
it'd be
we
like?
got.
It'd be like that episode of the Boondocks when Tom and Sarah met Usher in the restaurant.
Yeah,
what would you do?
No, honestly, like, I mean, we would have a pep talk before we got
pep
there.
Pep talk.
Like, you're going to.
Baby.
No,
All right, look, if Usher come at you,
Sit still.
I get it.
Do not
Sit
make
stoic.
No,
What
people like, so that's my thing though. Here's why. Because
Oh, pep talk.
I would let him sing to her, and I would let him like do a dance or whatever. But like
Do a
if it get too raw, we gotta have a line. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
okay.
Like,
Hey, that's nothing wrong with that.
I
You
wouldn't
really
care so
don't
much.
want.
There's nothing wrong with that.
You really don't.
But
You
is
really
that
don't
on
want to be
him or
that
her?
douchebag that's like getting into a fight with Usher over
I
singing
mean,
with
not
his
even
wife.
that. I'm
You
like,
know
it's
what I
at the
mean?
end of the day, it's a show.
Yeah.
it's a show.
So if you're not, as
Entertainment.
long as you're not trying to go backstage, like,
Yeah,
yo,
there
I
you
don't
go.
care so much about the singing part. Like,
Yeah.
we had a show, enjoy yourself. I just don't want to see, like, you better not be up on the shoulders or nothing crazy, but, yo, just sing, cool.
And I think generally he didn't go that far.
Nah,
And he didn't. That's what I'm saying. Honestly, I probably wouldn't trip that much.
Well, that Keke Palmer thing,
But even that
they
was
had problems
mild.
already.
Yeah, they already had issues.
But no, she took it too far because she would tell she was super, super into it, but then to show up on the do video, I'm like, all right. That's a
the
lot.
video, but that was a little petty afterwards.
Yeah, that's why I was like, all right. She took it a little
I'm
far.
assuming that's a topic on there too. That's
I don't.
What if they were broken up?
They more than likely were. More than
Then
likely.
you
I'm
probably
just
got-
giving them we were broken
then
up
he,
vibes.
Then he looked crazier than.
Yeah, you can't really say too much.
We'll never
about
really-
it.
Well,
But then that's
being
a-
crazy,
yeah.
didn't he? Didn't he?
Well,
Everybody
Nah, he was just hurt.
Put the
I think he
balls
just
in
got
the-
embarrassed because, like,
Yeah, he was
because
really
so
embarrassed.
people, I think people really underestimate how strong social media is. Man.
Yeah.
like
They came up with the videos or the
Especially
still
if you
shots
a
of him
regular
choking
nigga.
her and like throwing her.
Oh, that's a
around
whole.
the
Yeah, that
house.
came out later.
And that was like
Yeah,
a year
the
prior.
charges.
before
and
that.
that's
stuff.
what I'm saying, man. Like, yo, that stuff get rough.
Well,
Not
So
the
clearly they were
best.
already issues. I think that was just like the straw that broke the camel's back. It was
Yeah.
already issues there clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so June was a submarine, July was Keke and Usher,
Yes, we already
and
got
the
there.
chick that's lied about going missing on the side. She saw a baby. on
Oh,
the
Carly
side.
Russell.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Wow.
Leave that crazy bitch.
We don't even got to vote on
Leave
that.
all
one.
Yeah, I'm
that
about to say,
domestic
man.
violence and toxic relationships. And
Oh,
Please,
can I
please.
say also leave in 2023? Leave in 2023. Married Offset and Cardi, and bring in the 2024 single Cardi B. Yes. Yes.
I don't
Does
quite
not
know how
wanna
to tell
be
you
single.
Yes.
They back together, ain't they?
But that looks
They-
like
I don't think they've been together. I don't think. I think she
Yeah,
said. Well, I think she said like I saw like when she posted was basically like. I mean, more like they're gonna get back together. Yes,
Alright,
but I think she said like
now-
basically I was horny. I want to
now
see dick.
there-
So niggas, I hit him up.
Is being in the strip club with the person you threatened to break up with on Twitter like an indication that y'all are
Now,
back
first
together?
of all-
Not exactly, but
I think that's what I said. I think I sent there on group chat. Well played, Offset. Well played.
Right,
son.
look.
Now I'm just gonna say, ladies and gentlemen, I've been on the Beer Plans podcast for as soon as it started, and I consider these people very close friends.
Oh God.
But now fuck them. They wouldn't let me live in the fantasy for one iota of a second. What kind
Crazy.
of friends are these people? My God Almighty!
This next one is a perfect leave in 2023 and then take in 2024. Tory Lane's guilty verdict and the Alabama chair fiasco.
Oh, all right.
Bring the champion.
Yes, keep that. Yeah, keep that.
Yes.
You need to keep
Bring
that. Keep that energy. Keep that
energy
energy.
in 2024.
Yo, the fact that like I just want to say the fact that like a metal chair became like a fold-up chair became like a symbol in a sense.
People was
You know what I'm
getting
saying?
chains of it.
People get chains, tats. I think somebody got a tattoo.
I just-
He was trying to put it in the
imagine-
museum.
I got a picture. I literally have a picture on my phone. I never posted it. But at work one. I think I have like a chair. You know, I got a fold-up chair behind my desk, right? Yeah. And one day it was
in case some shit pop off.
it's just an extra. It's just an extra chair. But I mean, one day one of
It's a
the
warning. It's a warning. It's a warning.
But one day, I think randomly one day, like one of my colleagues was like, saw the chair, and this was like, around the time of that incident, and then she like, yo, you should take a picture and post it on social media. You in a chair. And I took the picture, but I never posted it. But I was like,
When that whole thing kicked
I thought
off-
about it.
When that whole thing kicked off, I just imagined that like at some point, like not long after that, like either Stone Cold called The Rock or The Rock called and they just laughed at each other on the phone and hung up. Like that was the whole conversation. It was like, ha, ha, look at these motherfuckers, and then hung up because they influenced the whole generation.
They did. They
Yeah, that's true.
definitely-
Well,
Hey,
Mick Foley should be in that conversation.
I'm just glad old boy, actually, used the chair in his defense and not getting any.
But
I think I saw the charges were
All right,
dropped, so I
now
think I
that
did
the
read
charges
that.
have been dropped, we can admit, bro, with the chair did go a little
I
crazy.
mean, he did the most.
Yeah, shorty, I was like, ooh.
We had to protect him for the culture, but that bro went a little crazy.
Yeah, it was a little
That
much.
chair came out, he hit that lady. Wow.
Yeah, well.
Yo, it really was like WWE. Like,
It
came in
was.
with a chair, started going in.
Shout out to the guy who swam across.
Oh, so yeah, he swam across. Yeah, he
Right.
saw that shit. Like, oh hell no, not on my
All right,
watch.
shout out to Aquaman.
Aquaman, Aquaman.
Duh, I can listen. Anybody that's been swimming understands the amount of energy you have to have to swim from your boat to get up there and then still have energy to fight.
To fuck
Duh.
a motherfucker up, that's crazy.
Duh.
that man.
His cardio was wild.
Right.
That's
like,
that man.
Yo, buy him all the creatine,
Facts.
all the recovery serums.
I'm not surprised he's not on like a Gatorade commercial. Like, yo,
Well,
people
they
do not understand how much energy that takes to swim. Pull yourself up,
Right.
and then get up on squat up
Put
mode.
him
Yeah.
on, put him
You-
on his brother's wine bottles.
You about that action? You about
Yeah.
that
Put him on
action?
his brother's
There-
wine bottles.
There definitely
Yeah.
should have been a Gatorade
Something
commercial.
black owned. Put him on there.
Yeah. Sitting in the chair.
Absolutely.
There definitely should have been a Gatorade commercial, like with Colin Kaepernick introducing him or something.
Oh yeah.
Facts.
Look at
Or
that idea.
him and Michael Phelps swimming next to
Right.
each other. Like,
My man was like SEAL Team 6 out that joint. My man
Yeah.
swam, got up, and was ready to go.
can everybody in this room swim?
I can swim.
A
sure you
little.
I can't swim.
That's about par for a room for the black people.
Bro, like we gotta do make that.
Yeah,
We gotta get y'all swimming. What happens if y'all go on a cruise and then it goes down?
Well,
That's one thing I'm gonna need for
Okay,
most
so-
black folks to learn how to swim,
This
myself
one-
included.
So
gonna
I'm
be-
not gonna say I haven't.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I
Put
haven't,
my feet in the water.
or do the squat walk. You know?
But you actually,
I've tried to learn how to swim very seriously. I was dating a girl who was a lifeguard, and she was actually on the same team as Michael Phelps.
Oh,
like
wow.
Nice.
Molly was on the same team
Oh,
as
okay.
Michael Phelps, and she said he was a total douchebag. When I was,
I believe it.
but
If I
like
was Michael Phelps, I'd be a douchebag too.
yeah.
No, the
No,
matter-
I'm saying like, yeah. But like, so she explained to me to learn how to swim is like she would, and I was like 28. So think about a grown ass man in this kiddie
Have
pool.
anything to do with trust.
What's that?
Trust.
What did what have to do with?
What she's about to tell you.
Well, she's just saying that you gotta. Okay, in a way, yeah, like trust the water.
Nope.
No, but that's the disconnect I had.
Yes, exactly.
No, but here's the thing, though.
I
Like,
don't trust it.
I lay back and I sank like a fish, and I'm like,
Yes, no.
I'm not. Doing
That's what I'm saying.
that
I can only do. I can swim a
still
little.
can't float without
My
a
I can't flood. I
shit. Now, I
can't.
can drown pretty well.
Drown.
That I can do. Really
That's why I say I
good.
don't really know how to swim. 'Cause I can't tread water.
I just swim.
I just
can
basically
y'all
know how to
swim?
like swim until I get tired.
Now can you swim underwater? Like that? I can do.
I
That I
can
can
go.
do.
Yeah. fuck
If
it.
y'all want, I'll take y'all out one day and shit. That's not. It's
Did
not
you actually take swimming
Let's
classes?
put our floaties
So
on.
yeah,
Yeah,
so I learned
I would
how to
have my life
swim
vessel.
at
You
my aunt's
probably
house
got to.
first,
Mm-hmm.
and then when I went to college, I took some swim classes.
Oh,
I'm not good at it.
I'm trying to remember how I went. I think because I don't remember ever doing swimming classes, but I think I did something. And then I think my freshman year of high school at City with Jim, it was a period we did swimming. And then,
I will
like,
tell you this though, my bad.
No, you got.
Do not take some classes at the YMCA because
Okay.
what they will do is they will take you to the edge. They be like, "All right, you ready? Go!" and push you in the water.
No.
And then they will watch you struggle. And
Lawsuit.
then when you start drowning, that's when they'll go get you.
I would
Like,
own the
that's how they-
YMCA. I would
That's how
own
they-
What
the
is that
YMCA.
supposed to do to me?
That
It
doesn't
forces
teach
you
you
to
how to
like
move.
get. I guess it just forces you to like get comfortable in the water.
I
I
was
don't
in
know.
nursery school and they did that to me.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, 'cause I've seen videos of people like throwing their babies in the water, and I'm like,
Yeah, I
That
sink
sounds
like an
crazy.
anchor. I can't.
So that's another thing. Leaving 20, it's like being a bad fucking parent. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
that
maybe.
bullshit don't. That toxic shit we carried from our childhood doesn't work anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
That's a
My
whole- that could be a
cousin-
whole
my cousin
nother
tried
thing.
to teach me, and she almost drowned me, and I was like, I don't
that's
know.
it. That was your that was your ending foray and learn how to swim.
All right, what else? We got?
September was Krishan Rock again, and the baby leaning back. She had the little baby carrier on, and the baby was all like leaned back like this, no
I
neck
ain't seen
support.
again, like I said,
Everybody was
I think in general, like us finding entertainment and like some of this toxicity with celebrities,
It's bad.
it's really bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's realistic to say let's leave it in 2023, but I just think like like you said, you spoke to the strength of social media, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I almost think it's getting to a point where it's
Social
impacting the
media
culture.
in 2023.
Like, you know what I'm
Well,
saying? Like,
right.
like I see this. One thing I was going to say, like, leaving 2023 is this back and forth online, the toxicity between like men and women,
Can we
gender
just bring
gender
Next
wars.
Self back?
Period.
Can we
Like,
bring
it's
Next
it's
Self
really
back?
bad if you go in certain
Get the
spaces.
church.
I agree.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
bring cell phones back. There's only men.
And please stop. And I'm
talking.
gonna, yeah, please, and Krishan specifically, like just stop. I mean, people stop going live so much, but just showing yourself doing
Absolutely.
stupid shit.
God.
Absolutely.
Showing yourself doing stupid. I mean, I have a little sympathy for her, obviously, because you know she has, you know, if you know her story, you know, she's been through some fucked up shit. And then yeah, she's from the homes. You know, she's from she local. She from the
She grew up with
hometown.
Murphy Holmes. Said she ate lead paint.
I don't know exactly where she grew up. I feel like she actually grew up outside of Baltimore, but like I think she claimed Baltimore. Of course,
She's
but,
been it's reported she's been everywhere over West Baltimore.
yeah.
But then at one point she did go out.
Yeah, I think she lived in like Anne Arundel somewhere, like Glen Burnie or
when
something.
She got older, and then she was on some type of
Shout out to Section 8.
fitness show running.
Yeah, she had a
She was
pretty-
on Ninja Warrior.
Yeah, she was on Ninja Warrior. I saw that clip. Yeah.
So,
Oh, she was.
Yeah.
So I will say this: I am down. I agree with Mr. Brown that like all of that, like men versus women, black men versus black women, debate
Please,
shit.
yes.
And look, it's not lost on me that we are literally saying this on a podcast.
I know, right?
But you know,
All these podcasts.
yeah, suck my dick if you don't like our podcast. But anyway, like no, like but seriously,
Here.
that whole men saying women need to blah blah blah, or women saying men need to word vomit here, like leave all
I
that.
think
shit
it was
to the side.
necessary to some degree because
It was. It was a point where
Yeah.
it started out. It started
All
out
of this
constructive.
is, like,
It all.
all of
It's
this-
necessary, but I think
Yeah,
it gets to a
it's
point where
like-
it
yeah.
becomes less
Right.
constructive and more
It's
toxic.
redundant.
It's
Yeah.
less constructive because when you read the comments,
In the comment
people
section,
don't care. They stand on what they stand
They
on.
gonna keep- yeah.
Look, if that chick feels the way she feels, let her be. If that dude feels the way he feels like, you know, well, I can't even think of some of the dumb shit they've said.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let them be. Okay, like then don't date them.
I mean, that's yeah. There you go.
Well,
I think that's the simplest way to approach.
Just
it.
don't date 'em.
well, okay. If I may play devil's advocate, it's. I think it's a way of expressing, like, okay, I would speak from a dude's perspective, obviously. Like, if I would say, women shouldn't judge a man on what he does for a living, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not saying, hey, y'all should do this. It's more like it's insight. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe you know, judge a person or not by what he has or what he does or whatever, but you know, judge him on his character. You know what I'm saying? And we know that would never happen. But, put it out there. Like, hey, I'm a nice dude. I'm sorry I don't have a multi-million-dollar, home. I mean, I do. But, maybe judge me on the fact that, what do you look...
Say, don't have anything nice to say.
Can I say something?
Maybe you should keep that to yourself.
Hey, man, I see you the one that looked over to me. I was thinking.
Why would I look over to you if you didn't have a reaction?
Because no, I didn't.
You did.
You was expecting me to, and I was trying to leave it.
All right, whatever.
Can I say something with that real quick too? That social media stuff in terms of people, guys getting on and women getting on, saying men should do this, women should do that. Like, I mean, my thing is with that. A lot of times, I don't even think they stand on half the stuff they say.
Probably
absolutely
not.
Like,
Probably
you'll
not.
sit back, like, you'll see some girls saying, "Oh yeah, well, I ain't dating a guy that makes under 6 figures. Whole time you been single for 12 years, so ain't nobody."
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, so what we talking about? Or like how Shorty was trying to flex with the Cheesecake Factory, and how she was talking about how like, well, he took me to the Cheesecake Factory. He said, well, I can take you home, and now she's surprised, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're taking me home. It's like, what we doing? Like, half the time I think they just doing this stuff for attention and thinking it sounds good, but I don't even think they really.
But also, like that video and stuff. I mean, come on, yo. That's obviously like, it's not real.
The skits.
Yeah,
Can we leave some of these skits in
leave-
2023? Because y'all know what y'all doing. Y'all know it's gonna get people riled up,
And
and
that's what
then
it really
it's
is.
all engagement farming. I get it because it's monetary. There's monetization in social media,
Engagement
right?
farming. The
Yeah.
name of this
I peeped that
episode.
I peeped that word.
Yeah, that
Okay.
was pretty good.
Okay,
That's
Mr.
pretty
Brown.
This guy gets it.
That's the name of this
Social media
episode.
guru.
Maybe, you know what?
Brown Marketing Consultancy.
Yeah.
Hit him up to get your follows up and your impressions up.
Let me ask you a question, Melody. Like when you were single, right? Like, would you care about where a guy would take you and that kind of stuff, or were you just more worried about where you would, just the time y'all would have together in that date or whatever?
Don't take me nowhere that I wouldn't want to go. That's it. Like, I wouldn't say, like, don't take me to Applebee's. I hate Applebee's. I just don't like it.
That's
It
right.
has nothing to do with, like, how much it costs or whatever. Don't take me to a restaurant I don't like.
And to that
But she just seemed like she was putting, like, it was beneath her. Like,
But that's
Cheesecake
how.
got,
That's
Cheesecake
how.
got some good food.
So it's how some people feel.
And can I say one other thing with that too? And again, I'm not a female, so I can't speak for females. But from a guy's perspective and guys that I talk to perspective, I think a lot depends on how much the girl likes you. Because if the girl
Absolutely.
like you, you can take her wherever you want to take her, and she's gonna be fine because she want to be around you. But if you like, if you somebody that she's not really into or that she's on the fence about, then she starts doing a lot of that. You know
That's
what I'm
true.
saying?
I think
That's what
the-
Carisha said. I think I saw something from her podcast or something else. But she was more like asked her like, "Oh, what you think of the Cheesecake Factory thing?" And she was like, I can't do her voice, but she was like, but she more or less she was like,
Please
basically,
try. Please try.
no, I'm not gonna try.
Please try.
No. Like, that's my nigga. Where my nigga go, I'm going. If I'm with it, that's what I was kind of. That was terrible.
Perfect.
But I mean, she was more or less saying like, kind of like if,
I mean, in certain obvious places you shouldn't take people like
oh yeah, of course,
McDonald's,
Taco
something like
Bell,
that.
of course, obviously.
Yeah. But just
Well,
don't
see,
take
that's
them around
my rule, and this is a PSA for all the single fellas out there, whatever. Yo, always have your first date at like a bar, because it don't matter what bar you go to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, obviously not go to like a shitty dive bar, but I'm
Yeah,
saying
it does matter.
no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Nah.
Said it.
I said no.
I can take you to a nice speakeasy, and it's different.
Yeah.
She
I mean,
dive
obviously you're
bar.
not gonna take.
Speakeasy.
Know your audience. Don't take her to a biker bar.
I think it's to know who knowing the person you're going on a date with, so you have an idea, so you have some degree of what they like, what they don't like.
Right? Some girls don't drink. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's it. If they don't drink, I might.
Oh no! Oh,
The
no.
bar might not be
Then
that same.
we got nothing to talk about them.
How about this? Don't overspend on a stranger.
Right.
Because that's what
Leave that in 20. Leave that in hell.
That's
Not
what-
even 2023. Leave that in
not in
hell.
hell.
If a stranger is judging you because you didn't spend a certain amount of money on them, guess what? They didn't fuck with you in the first place.
Sure.
Yeah, they're only looking for,
All they wanted was that.
Exception.
Okay.
If you are paying with a gift card.
No, that's my gift card. No, that's my.
Tell
gift
her
card.
before.
No.
Before y'all go
Oh
out.
no, you don't get my. You don't get gift card love.
Do not allow her to see the gift card. At least. I'm gonna say
Why?
It's a turn off.
Does me using that gift card?
That's a whole topic I was going to talk about.
But
I'm
I'm
gonna get that's another time.
Why?
Hold on, wait a minute.
You got it before the fact.
Why?
Mr. Brown, what'd you say, Mr. Brown?
No, that just made me think of something. You was talking about like so seeing a nigga pull out the gift card, right? That was probably like a turn off to a degree.
It was.
Dried up the pussy a little bit. You know what I'm saying? If it was even, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that just made me think of like other
Currency
weird
isn't
turn-offs.
currency.
But we'll get to that in another podcast.
I got a question though.
That was
Did
on
you
top
think-
of some other things though, wearing the same outfit, the same shirt every day. It was some other shit.
So clearly,
But
yeah.
I got a question though. Was we fucking before you saw the gift card?
That's a
That's-
great question.
that's
That's a great
that's a
question.
point.
That's a great
So
question.
then it didn't matter.
Then it didn't matter.
Oh, there you
It
go.
didn't matter at that point.
Oh, there you go.
And at that point, where's your credit card at? Because I only want to pay for my part of it.
Don't let them see it.
And I will say this
Dudes,
too.
men out there, I'm telling you, don't let the girl see the gift card. You can pay with it. Don't let her see it. Just don't let her see
How
it.
do you wait? You
Try
gotta
to
be.
get some
You
game.
gotta be a real Chris Angel to pull that off, because like you gotta pull out your wallet. You gotta.
I mean,
you
gift
gotta
card's
put-
not super obvious.
Hold
Like,
that
we like,
hold that up.
so, you got one on ones that look like a credit card. You
Slide
like,
it into the
Yes,
black book.
put it in the
Real.
black
Should I just turn it on the other side? Should I just turn it on the other
They
side?
just come back like, what is this? You'd be like, oh, damn.
If it's a gift card that's less than
I gotta
$1,
scratch off the
who
serial
gonna
number
bring it
real
back
quick.
anyway?
they're gonna bring up exactly.
Yeah.
So.
Don't let just. I'm giving you some game.
God,
Pay
it's
with
so.
it. Don't let her see it.
See,
All right,
that-
now.
So
okay.
can we,
So
then can we just admit that like dating is another sub layer of prostitution?
Lord have mercy.
It's a stretch.
now that I'm bringing into 2024.
I do feel like
Another episode for another podcast.
I say I do think as a guy, though,
I
you
don't know.
gotta like spit
No,
stuff
no,
for
no.
God.
We talk about it now. We talk about it right now. Okay? Because
We're still in September.
Yeah, we gotta keep going.
Yeah, let's go.
Fine.
Erica
Alright,
Mena
October.
calling Shorty a monkey, blue monkey.
2023.
Yeah, 2023 definitely.
October, Jada Pinkett.
Next.
Oh,
You said
oh.
you just want to
Wait,
make
the
her.
whole month? The
Just-
whole month?
Just Jada.
Just
Hold on.
Jada period.
Hold on. So let me ask y'all this though:
Jada Tober?
in your mind, have they been canceled as a good couple?
No.
As a good couple or as a
Good
Oh, as a
couple?
good
Oh,
couple?
good couple.
I think in terms of people saying couple
Like,
goals,
so,
yes.
like-
Yeah, they're definitely not.
I
cool.
I think that
Do
Will
y'all
and
think they
Jada-
have a
In a
bad
real
match?
way, I think they're more toxic than Blueface and
Really?
What? Yeah.
Wow.
And I'll tell you why.
I wouldn't go that far. I'm so glad.
I'll explain it to you. First of all, this. Oh God, man. Oh God.
You need some more Kettle One?
Don't mind if I do. But like, first of all, to me, it's and Jada admitted this. Now, first of all, with Blueface and Carisha, I don't even know these two. I don't even know these dumbass people.
That's
but-
every teacher that ever said her name.
Yeah.
Same way.
and she corrects them, right?
Right. It's Carisha.
And so like, first of all, they're kids. You know what I'm saying? Like they're stupid kids. These two. It's clear that Jada is out to
Destroy love.
in a way. She even admitted it. Like she said that this is a way of him suffering. I don't know what he did to
said
her.
that?
That's
When
what
did she say
said.
that? When she say
That's
that?
what
She said that. She really said that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fact check.
Hold on. When did she say that though?
I think
She said it
I was actually considering reading her book, so maybe I do.
That's what she was saying. Not she's trying to make him
I've been going
suffer,
back and forth
but
with
like
that,
them
yeah.
suffering.
What was the words that she actually said?
She said that like Will has to go through some suffering to make this work, something like that. And when she said that, that completely like turned me off.
I gotta hear that conversation.
Her
'cause
completely.
that could mean a couple
man.
different things.
All right, fine.
That's wild.
Sue me, Jada. I don't care. I know what you said.
Oh Lord.
I know what you said.
We
Okay.
suing.
Her people are listening.
Cease
You know,
and desist.
Our lawyers are just as good once we find them.
I will say a little clip of her going viral, like when she was outside from the Breakfast Club interview, and they was
Oh,
asking.
she look like Tupac.
Yeah, she did low-key look like Tupac. And they were asking about, the shit they were saying about Will, whatever. And they were like we suing. And
But like also, but it's like it's just like Will, like what are you doing, man? Like you know.
I think we just need to let them be. But they clearly are never going to divorce for whatever reason.
But they are they
Bad
not
marriage for
divorced?
life. They
That-
did
I-
say that.
Bad marriage for life.
Yeah.
I think even she said in the Breakfast Club interview, she said something like, you know what?
And you wanna be a part of
It
that
seemed
for
like
life?
they're back to a better place now. Obviously, like
So wait a second. So you're back in a better place now that you got to milk the humiliation of this man as much as you could. That's what you fucking tell him. That's
I
what
mean,
you're selling me on. That's what you're selling me on.
We don't know.
I think the best lesson that Will and Jada taught us is that there's no perfect couples.
Absolutely.
And when we think that a couple is a perfect couple, there's probably something underlying that we haven't discovered yet.
That's
next thing.
But I never thought they were a perfect couple anyway.
Any couple from the 90s and early 2000s are not the perfect couple.
But can I say something with that too?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that was my biggest takeaway. I think don't put your stuff on social media or put it out there because I think there's stuff that they go through.
Nasty nigga 90s has affected everybody.
All right, hold on real quick. Let me finish. I just think that as far as married couples, I think a lot of them go through different stuff as a married couple.
Sure.
But I think that the issue is it's on social media. And again, the problem with social media is they only know what's told versus what actually happened. It's because the reality of it is the stuff that's said is only what we know is on camera and what's been going on through other people. And it's kind of like everything's third party. So the stuff that's really going on, we don't really know.
But now it's beyond but now it's, and I definitely agree with that. But now it's beyond social. You're going on talk shows. You're going on TV shows.
So
but how much of that is promotion versus exactly? How much of that promotion versus like, yo, I'm trying to destroy you? I hear what you're saying, but I mean, again, like, cause to me,
and that's fine if you that's your promotion. Like taking this man and putting him through the mud as much as you. That's your promotion for your book.
I feel you. I hear you. I agree with you 100%.
Here's my thing. All right, so I think.
Prayer hands.
You got to take a breath first. Hold on.
I think the thing is we hold certain couples in high regard.
Sure.
So then when they appear normal, then we're shocked and appalled.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
No one from that era is normal.
Will and Jada.
Clearly, that's what we're learning.
Will and Jada was part of the song. He was part. That Jada
that,
and Will.
The Alicia Keys. Yeah. The J. Cole's joint and then the Alicia Keys joint.
So like,
her song aged so bad now. The Unbreakable song that aged so horribly.
Yeah.
Every couple mentioned in that song is pretty much like even not together them or they went through some shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I got another side note to leave in 2023. But anyway, like so I think that's the thing. They are human. And
yes.
Will and Jada, their relationship is their relationship. But because we look at our relationships, like because we as normies look at our relationship as like normie, shitty relationships, we look to other people and say
Absolutely.
I wish I had that.
Yeah.
So when that third wall is open, when the bubble is burst, we're disappointed because now you can't fantasize and wish you had Will and Jada's relationship.
But
same thing for mad other motherfucking couples.
But you can't play it both ways. You can't go on social media and reveal this fantasy about your relationship, and then we're supposed to feel sorry for you when it becomes normal.
What fantasy did they reveal?
Yeah, I don't think
I was about to say the same thing.
That perception was built by fans.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
They just showed you a picture.
Yeah.
They together. They're married. They're a family.
Yeah,
they just
really
taking
talking
pictures.
about it now.
Y'all the ones, not you, but
people
are
make
the ones
it.
that create all.
They
this
create
stuff.
these
That's
all
true.
yeah. They
So
create these narratives.
So rather
I
than
wasn't mad that they live up to it.
I wasn't specifically talking about Will and
what you mean.
Jada, but you're right. But like going to the broad scope of you know these celebrities put out this fantasy of their relationship. I one in particular I always think about J-Lo and A-Rod when they had their Valentines, and like J-Lo, you know, she's showing rose petals onto the fucking private plane and all this kind of stuff, and a week later their relationship's over.
But we knew they was pretending, right? Like that.
But
I
what's
think that was like no. So
what's the harm of showing that though? Because I mean, again, like
Yeah, 'cause no people do stuff like that, too.
showing
It's not
that,
just
that
famous
doesn't
people.
mean that we don't have arguments. But I don't mean that everything's good every day. This is the time that we're good, we're happy, you want to show happiness. But just because we show you that, don't mean that you ain't got issues going on.
A-Rod got money. Like that's shit you do on the fly out.
Exactly.
Like that ain't nothing you do because y'all been together for a while. Like I think the thing to leave in 2023 is that people you see on TV, social media, YouTube, etc., whatever media that you think, somehow has figured out the secrets to having a fulfilling relationship in a way you haven't. They have not.
There you go.
They are human, just like you, and they're trying to figure that shit out in real time. just like you.
There you go.
Which
Perfect.
brings us to
So-
November with King standing on business. King
on
Harris standing embarrassing his
Do-
whole
do-
goddamn family.
So are we leaving? What is it? Are we leaving standing on business or embarrassing your whole family in 2023?
Why not
Embarrassing
both?
your family.
Why not both?
And like, yo, I feel
Y'all
like
done ran that standing on business phrase to the ground.
Y'all
I'm
have.
gonna
Y'all
Yeah, that can stay in
too.
2023.
yeah.
also like that.
Also November was Diddy and Cassie.
Oh.
I don't. Yeah,
Diddy can stay in 1993 for all that.
Yeah, we
So
go-
nigga 90s.
We can leave.
Yeah.
Hold on,
We-
I gotta
we-
ask a question, and this is not. I'm not rehashing that, but I just have a genuine question for people, right? So
Yeah.
whether it's Diddy, whether it's TD Jakes, whether it's
Swallowed.
Yo, that clip was, oh my god.
That's gonna be the name of the podcast, and none of y'all can stop us.
Swallowed
That's the
up.
episode name, and no one can
Swallowed up.
stop us. Swallowed.
Lord.
My bad. Go ahead.
no, you good. I had to take a pause on that joint, too. And Chris Brown doing the same thing. He was there like I was working at my house all talking about. Have you ever been swallowed? I was just like, bruh.
But
I
yeah,
guess-
yeah.
I'm
Go
sorry, my
ahead.
bad.
No, you good. Go ahead.
So my question is, when you for these people, right? Let's say that Diddy's a little different because it's a little bit more violence and stuff. But does that? I'll use TD Jakes. I guess his is probably the least serious, least intense. Does that outweigh all the stuff he's did leading up to that point? So if you are bringing
He
people to
rapes, but he
Christ.
saves.
That's not
The Dave
funny,
Chappelle
that's
joint,
terrible.
I was thinking about that.
Because I mean, again, like 'cause if you do, and again, like I'll leave Cosby out. Anybody that's rape and violent stuff, right? I will put that in a separate thing.
Okay.
But like for people that get caught in like TD Jakes being gay, or like somebody else that got caught in whatever, I can't think of Rumble celebrities off the top. But for the stuff that's non-violent and non-rape,
Okay.
right? Does that outweigh the good they did versus what they get caught up with now
Well,
as a
it's-
celebrity?
that would be
It's a hard
like.
question to answer.
Has
But
Well,
TD Jakes ever like bashed gay people?
I don't know.
That I
If
don't.
he
I have.
bashed gay people and then end up being gay, then I think that's an issue.
Well, that's just
But
flat
if he
out.
always preached and was open. If he's a power bottom,
But it's just why.
So,
Power
but-
sound.
so
like
to my-
you swallowed up. You do, son.
But that would
So
go
let me
back.
ask you a question with this too, though, then, because as a Christian, you're technically not supposed to be for homosexuality. Whether now again, it's different layers within
Well,
it,
you
right?
get it.
There's-
Yeah,
But-
we get it.
So
We
my
get
thing
it, yeah.
is, I agree. It's one thing if you saying, "Oh yeah, f all of them, they belong." If you doing that, then that's different, right? But technically,
F all of them.
F all up.
right? I'm
F all
saying,
up.
like,
That's
if
crazy.
you're doing that, then that's wild. I
F
get
all
it.
up.
But as a Christian, if that's really what your faith is, you know what I'm saying? Technically, that goes against homosexuality. So, if you speak out against it, does that mean that you're bashing, or does it mean that you're just going for your religion?
It
I
sounds
think-
like you're dealing with something internal.
Yeah.
But also, it's.
But you kind of got to stand on business with that one though, because it's again, if it's in the
Oh,
Bible, it's
he
just
said
like
it. He said it. He said it.
Because it's like it's just like having a gay wedding, right? Like again, I've been to them. I have no issue with them whatsoever, right? But as a pastor, it's like if it's the Bible's telling you not to do this, then why are you doing that? If you really are believing that, and I think that's the same with TD Jakes.
Yeah.
If that's your hold and that's your vice, right? And you really are doing that, that doesn't mean that you get to now condone it because you do it. You still know it's wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So by you speaking of it, does that necessarily make you bashing them?
So, I mean, it really goes back to what y'all were saying about couples. I mean, just human, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's perfect. We're all going to stand on some hypocrisies for the sake of standing on business. So, you know, it's a, you know, I mean, I don't judge the man. Like, I've, you know, when I listen to, you know, videos in the morning, you know what I'm saying, and TDJ pops up, his message isn't diluted to me. It's just, he's just a guy dealing with his own shit.
He's
So,
a great speaker. Humans are complex creatures.
yeah.
Because I mean, that's my thing, and that's my concern with this stuff. Is I just feel like we're gonna get to a place where you won't have any more heroes because everybody has strikes against them at this point.
What did I tell y'all the other day? That which this is another thing which I wish we leave in 2023. We have this weird thing where we admire our heroes and celebrities, but we also can't wait for their downfall. I don't.
Yeah.
I
agree.
don't
I
understand
agree.
that at all.
I agree.
I mean, my goodness, man. Like it's I do not understand.
Yeah,
It really is.
Yeah, you want to root. It's like it's not. People who like that. Like you root for the come up, but then once they come up, you start hating on them. It's like
It's
weird,
a
the
weird
weirdest
thing.
thing. It is the
Like,
weirdest
we were all so happy for Jonathan Majors. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all ever watch Lovecraft
He's
Country,
December.
Oh,
then please, is that December?
Mm-hmm.
So, wow,
Me and Flash over here like.
we ended the year with that. We ended the year with Jonathan.
well, I mean
Majors?
the
That
was
conviction,
more
the conviction.
Yeah.
Oh my
So,
God.
And that was kind of gonna be what my
He's
messy
already
segment
on
was
tour,
about
like,
to a
saying-
degree.
Yeah.
But
I like the whole skeletons coming out because I feel like it's forcing people to be themselves. Like at this point, I don't think we can crucify everybody who comes up with some type of scandal because we gotta be like, yo,
Ain't gonna
you
have
gonna-
no fire.
yeah, like come on, like everybody
Yeah.
done some shit in the dark. I just want people to be like, all right, yeah, I am this. So
Here's-
what?
But why is it everybody's business what you decide to do? Because I mean, at the end of the day, nobody. I don't think, and again, I could be wrong, but I don't think anybody wants 100% of whatever they do, no matter whatever, whether it's they got bad gas or whether
It's
they
not their
may
business,
have
it's just how
homicidal
it's
thoughts that they don't
happening.
bring out.
But
Like-
but also we know we're aware of it. You know what I'm saying? We
But
don't
it's-
want to know about it. We're aware of it.
But
You
it's the
gotta-
reason why you dress up and you get ready for a job interview. It's
Right.
because there's certain things you need to leave off of that.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like at the end of the day, yes, everything ain't for the public. And whether that's family business, whether that's whatever, it's like everything ain't for everybody because everybody doesn't need to hear it because they're going to, they don't need to be privy to that.
You put
You know
your
what I'm
best
saying?
foot forward.
Exactly.
It's why you clean up the
Exactly.
house before the
This
shit
is
come
gonna
on.
be another
Exactly.
one of those. Okay, we needed this now. Stop.
Yeah, I think
People,
so.
all now we
That's
know
a major
everybody's
thing to read.
nasty and doing some weird shit. Now we can continue.
Now, if you're a genuinely terrible person,
And
Right,
that's
no, I
on,
agree,
like
100%,
sex trafficking,
100%. Right.
fucking with kids.
Right.
yeah, there's clearly levels to this shit,
Stuff
right?
like that for
Like,
sure.
yeah.
100%.
Like this,
100%.
the MMA fighter dude.
Oh,
What's
what
his
are you
name?
talking about? The one
Which
that
one?
you brought up before.
Which
oh, Andrew Tate.
Andrew
Yeah.
Tate,
Oh.
Allegedly. He
Allegedly.
ain't been convicted of anything. But anyway, you know the one thing I want to leave in 2023 for Jonathan Majors? His closet. I think now walk with me. I think as a black community, we should all come together and donate to get him a stylist. Like right now, he's just misrepresenting the culture.
But he's
Well,
just,
being
I
someone
just-
who does
but
not
also-
feel like they know how to dress, I'm gonna
but he's
not
a.
allowed that.
I did see a tweet that said something like he literally looks like he's
Yo,
from the civil rights. He stepped out of the civil rights era.
He
be out in
I'm
these
like,
TMZ
he like stuck in the
streets
civil rights
looking
era. Like
crazy.
everything, his
Chelsea
looks, his
boots,
mentality.
Chelsea boots up.
But he's
Yo,
a.
hold on. Yo, but there's nothing wrong with a good Chelsea boot. He just
I love Chelsea
can't-
boots.
Yo, my man got a Chelsea boot on with some sweats. Like what?
Oh, I just seen that
going
picture.
on?
Yeah, that's great.
Hey man, and again, there's somebody that's up in the house with anything.
Look,
Sometimes,
man,
if I'm
what-
going to CVS, I'm wearing
It's
whatever.
hard.
I'm
It's hard to
Yeah.
please the black community with style.
Oh, that
man.
too.
Y'all so
That too.
harsh.
That
White
too.
people don't give a
Nah.
fuck what kind
Nah,
of
That's true.
even the white,
what type
even,
of shoes
even-
they wear. I be looking at these people's shoes in my son's karate class. I'm like, what is this? What is that? I don't
Moccasins.
care.
No,
I wish I had that freedom to not give a fuck.
Nah.
Black community is goddamn harsh on culture and style.
Jonathan
Yeah, that's
Majors
true.
be
That's very
tripping.
true.
Even the white dude that do the reality show reunions be mad at what that motherfucker be wearing.
Yeah.
So we just need to give my man a good stylist. He need to go away for a little bit, and he'll be fine. Look, let's all admit it. Marvel Phase 5 was trash anyway. So he
Yeah, I
didn't
don't
really
give a
lose
fuck
it.
anyway.
He didn't really. So how about that? The last thing we're gonna leave in 2023 is Marvel Phase 5.
Oh Lord,
But
in
yo,
heaven.
I mean, I'm
Please
still,
don't bring that to 2024. Please.
Please.
In fact, go back to what was the one with Infinity War? Is that Phase 4?
Yeah.
Bring back Phase 4. Bring Phase 4 to 2024.
Like,
My
let's
God,
just move
yo.
on from that.
So
All right.
that should have gave us enough time to find one that we personally want to leave.
We left a lot of stuff in 2000.
Right,
We didn't
right.
bring too much to
Now,
2024.
now that we've done 58 minutes on this,
Yeah.
what
Look at you with the math.
That boy smart.
Yeah.
do we want to go into like things we want to bring, or do we want to like talk about things we personally leave? And I think we might have covered all the things to leave, but
I think so.
That,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think we did,
yeah,
but-
I
yeah.
want to
really.
leave y'all niggas getting anybody pregnant in 2023.
Yeah, get a vasectomy in 2024.
Yeah.
Bro, that's
So
that
wait,
sounds
just-
like a
Take
better
as
different-
much
option. I ain't gonna lie to you.
accountability to not get
No, get
someone
it-
pregnant as the woman needs to take to not get herself pregnant.
No, real
Yeah, there you
shit.
go.
Get a vasectomy in 2024. Here's the thing. All right.
It's not, I want to say this personally. Like, getting a vasectomy is not emasculating. I don't know where this
Nah,
fucking
you-
logic
Well, where
comes
did that
from.
come
Who said that?
You
said
that.
these niggas be saying that
You
shit in these
said-
podcasts.
Yeah, for real.
Okay, in my barbershop,
They're
the
fucking
barbershop
idiots.
my
You feel
barbershop,
like
the
it's
topic of
different.
vasectomies came up once, and
No,
I
you
remember, and it was like, you know, I think it's a guy and they was talking about, yeah, he's about to get a vasectomy, and some of the niggas reacted like,
Because they stupid.
you crazy, yo, what you need? Why you cutting out your man? You cutting out your, you know,
No,
it's stupid
you're not.
shit like that.
Wait a minute,
I'm like,
y'all.
Y'all niggas
Hold
don't
on.
like to use condoms, man.
like,
Hold on, so
So
you've never. I swear to God, yeah.
Look,
I've seen.
I-
But I swear to God, I didn't say. I ain't say nothing because I don't really get into the shit in the bar.
Yeah, because you're not a dumbass.
I just, you know, I had to get my haircut.
Yeah,
But
I just-
but yeah, it became a topic, and I remember
We had
like
to find out
certain
what the
people
male
got
birth
like,
control
you know,
is, man.
they were more or less saying like, you know, nah, yo, that's feminine, or not feminine, but it's not. It's emasculating to cut off a man's, you know, ability to keep producing seeds.
Yeah, that's stupid.
I mean,
I want to quote Quagmire from Family Guy
Giggity.
when Peter talked about getting a vasectomy. He's like, you're gonna take if you take the venom out of a cobra, what do you have left? You have a belt.
No. Listen. Give vasectomies in 2024. Let me say something.
Wait, do you have to beat off into a cup to get a vasectomy? Like, is that part of the process?
Do you have to beat off in the cup to get
Like,
vasectomy?
before
No.
you can get cut, do you have to beat off?
talking
into
about
a
freezing
cup?
sperm?
No.
I don't know what the
No.
I just
I
know
didn't.
the
One
process
thing,
is.
so correct me if I'm wrong, but one thing I do know about vasectomies is after you had the procedure done, to make sure that it's effective, you have to bust 20 nuts or
Yeah.
something, right?
Yeah.
What is it?
No problem.
What is it? What is it? Like it's something like
So-
that.
y'all be
So,
terrified to have sex at the
af-
first time you get a
after
vasectomy,
you-
bro. I'll be
after
that
you think so?
out.
After
think
you
so?
go,
I would, bro.
that's not
Like,
true. But you after you have a vasectomy, you got to be there to know.
Yeah, stand on
I
business.
does this.
Stand on business.
After you have a vasectomy, you have to. There's still bullets in the chamber,
Right.
so to speak.
Yes.
So you have to clear the chamber
Yep. Exactly.
in order for it to know for a fact that you like no longer can get someone
And don't
pregnant.
So here's my
clear the
question.
chamber in
Bro,
someone.
I'm scared to get a wisdom
Or
tooth, let alone
right,
a
exactly.
vasectomy.
Don't clear the chamber in someone.
someone.
Or if you do, understand that there's a chance you can get them pregnant. You don't go crazy or be guilt free until the doctor gives you the all clear.
Right.
So that's one thing. Two, the other thing is like the reason I say get a vasectomy in 2024 is because they are reversible, but but most insurances don't cover it.
The reverse.
Exactly. A lot of insurances increasingly don't cover reversals. They'll cover the vasectomy, but not the reversal. But reversals are about $10,000. So if you're willing to pay $10,000 and invest 6 months into creating a child, you know you want that child,
got that option.
and you know you can afford that child.
There you go.
So,
There you go.
Because that's the other
Men's
side.
rights.
but please answer my question, because this will determine if I get a vasectomy. Do you have to beat off into a cup
What does it
before?
matter?
Out of everything that we just mentioned, that's your hard line.
Other thing.
Just
All right,
because I understand.
That's your
everything.
line in the sand.
That's.
walk
He's
with
being silly.
walk with me.
I'm not being. I'm being very serious.
Walk with me
Bust
for a
off
second.
and worse.
I'm gonna be as serious as I can.
Dang!
You don't know her. You don't know her.
That's fire.
You don't know her.
Walk with me for a second. I'll be as serious as I can right now. All right. Do you have to provide a sample? Will that sample land in the cup? Yes. The reason why you have to beat off into a cup is because if you fuck and then nut in the cup, or if you get hit and nut in the cup, then the other bodily fluids will taint the sample. So that's why, yes, you do have to beat off into the cup in order to make sure that it's a clean sample. It's a one-time thing, and also I would
Never
honestly,
mind
I
the
would
cutting.
put- I would-
That part ain't the part.
I'm gonna get to
It's
that
the
in a
beat
second.
off into the
Actually-
cup.
I've had
actually,
wisdom
wait.
teeth removed. This is the same thing.
Actually, I'll get to
I'm
the,
still dreading that. I ain't even lying.
I'll get to the cut.
You
in
ever
a second.
you never got a wisdom tooth?
I gotta get pulled sometime this year. And I'm like,
Y'all supposed to get my. Y'all need to get mine too. I haven't done it yet.
So that's what y'all bringing into 2020.
Apparently.
Wisdom teeth.
Wisdom teeth
Apparently.
removal.
Apparently.
I'll get to the cutting in a second. So yes, you gotta provide a sample, but like It's a one. But also, what's the difference between nothing in the cup and nothing in whatever you done in when you beat
Nothing
off?
in the butt. Sorry.
But
Oh
anyway,
no! Oh no!
Wow, that's
That-
not what
Truffle
I was
butter.
talking-
The visual kill the visual.
But the whole
My mouth.
but the whole cutting thing. Actually, the worst part is they have to clamp the vase.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
And you worried about nothing in the cup. This is what you
Hence the
worried
name
about.
vasectomy. It's cutting the vas deferens.
Oh.
But once
Hey,
they
smartness.
Oh.
but once the vase is clamped,
The vase.
they
The vase.
they numb the area, and so you don't feel.
I mean, the technical, I think I
You
said
don't-
the
you
vas
don't feel
deferens.
the
That's what it's
cut.
called.
Do it.
Sure.
Listen, all right. How about this? I'll put it to y'all motherfuckers this way.
Do they have a?
Do you want to? Do you? If you have no insurance, worst case scenario, do you want to pay $1,000 for some nigga to cut your vas deferens, or do you want to pay $2,000 a month for the next 18 years?
Dog, you 100%
For
right.
a kid you don't want, because admit you don't
The
want the
person
kid.
you don't want.
With a person you
Yes.
don't want.
Yes.
How about that? How about that?
Yes.
Because all right, if
gotta
you
have
want
dick
that,
control.
then go for
You
it.
gotta have dick
Then
control.
don't
Dick
get.
control.
You know, that's like,
Hey.
you know, it's like,
Wait,
it's like
hold up.
Dick
if you
control,
gotta
dick
get a
Keep it
needle,
going. Keep it going.
and like, you gotta get a needle, and
Keep
they
it
tell
going.
me, yo, don't move, it's gonna hurt if you move.
That was
I
perfect.
know that, but just the idea of the actual procedure is gonna suck.
Look,
You know what I'm saying?
Look.
But I feel you though.
look. I'm gonna play on Mel.
Can they put you to sleep?
I'm gonna play on. No, man.
Damn.
I'm gonna play on.
I don't want to feel shit.
I'm gonna
man.
play on. I'm
Don't
gonna play
do
on.
it.
I'm gonna play on masculinity. I'm gonna play on your masculinity. Are you a bitch or not? If you're a bitch, then just keep risking the child support.
Damn.
I hear you. That sound good.
Next topic.
Call me whatever you want.
That is the most toxic thing I've ever heard.
Right. I got look. Sometimes you need toxicity in order to get.
Now,
some
know
shit
when
done.
you speaking to him.
That's like somebody saying, "Man, you a bitch, you
yell
a
at
ass
him.
bitch."
Yeah, right.
For them to understand.
All right. So what are we bringing into 2024?
Positive vibes.
Yes.
Other than wisdom teeth pull.
Wait, is this your New Year's edition of What's the Takeaway?
Maybe.
Yeah. What are we bringing into 2024?
I think just working on. I think just everyone needs to like, work, focus on yourself. Be like self betterment. I guess right. I think that's something for me personally, but I think
like
in
that.
general, I think because there's only so much we can control, right? When it comes to our own health, we were talking a little earlier off subject about how with COVID now, and how COVID numbers are going up again, and blah 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 blah. So I think there's only so much we can do when it comes to that. So I think just finding ways to prioritize your own health, both mentally and physically. I think that's what everybody needs to be focusing on 2024.
I like that.
Yeah,
I think we need to with that, looking at yourself and self-reflection and all
Yes.
that, I think we need to prioritize forgiving family members and bringing
Oh,
back
that's
the
one.
family.
Yeah, that's a
Bringing
good.
back
Okay,
community.
Yes,
Not
okay.
even just your family members. That beef you had with a nigga when you was 14, and now y'all like terrorizing the streets, killing each other. Like, forgive that beef. Like, move on.
I'm
Okay.
gonna challenge that for a second.
Uh-oh.
Even the nasty uncle.
No.
We will always have a hard boundaries with fucking with kids and rape. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
with you on that.
absolutely.
We can bring
yeah.
back
I'm
the
not mad
real
at that.
Australia.
I just
We
want
can
to
bring
add
back
the
the real
nuance.
Australia and put them niggas on the island by themselves. But everything else, learn how to forgive and build back the community.
Alright.
I
I'm not mad at
I like that.
I'm with it.
To all the listeners, Flash's New Year's resolution is to be less abrasive. So that's going to be the goal going forward.
We'll keep you updated on
How
how
that
that
progress goes.
You know, a lot of people break their resolutions by February, right?
Hey, I feel you.
Right, so to Flash's resolution, my resolution is to trigger Flash.
Damn, this be your own man.
Yo, then he gonna send me some shit at 6 in the morning. Joe Biden ain't shit. And I'm just like, now I'm driving to work and sitting back in the parking lot like,
I just thought you wanted your autographed Joe Biden like mask thing, like, whatever the
Lord
fuck
have
that
mercy.
was.
purge
Y'all make
mask
sure
at
y'all
the joint.
vote. We need to bring that.
Oh boy.
Vote.
Oh yeah, we got
Yeah.
the halftime. Yeah, we
All
definitely.
right,
Nope.
we're at an hour and 8.
Yeah, just
I
like
would
let's
say-
As
keep
it
it.
left my mouth, I was like, vote for who?
Hey,
though?
yo, pause.
Who are we
It le-
voting for?
What left
It's
your
only
mouth?
one
Pause.
option, man.
All right.
Also.
Left your mouth. That's
Pause.
Yeah.
Damn, I missed that
that's a
one.
first.
No, but
Alright,
I would say bring in the 2024, finding your purpose,
I like
not
that.
your passion. Find your purpose.
Preach, preacher.
Find what listen. All right, I'm gonna break the third wall for a second. What was that? Thursday. I So where I work at, you just got to go into the office. You're supposed to go in like, twice a week. Do I go in twice? Have I only been in once since October? We'll leave that for y'all to figure out. But I went in, right? The first time I went in there, it was only like me and a couple other people on the floor I was on. So that was weird, but it was peaceful because it still felt like working from home. But when I went in there on Thursday, it was just me. Then someone walked in who must have been important because they had an office to themselves. So I'm working, then I go downstairs to get some breakfast. I come back up, and there's mad motherfuckers at every single fucking desk around the one that I'm working at. And in this moment, I text Melodies. I'm like, yo, this corporate American shit, like, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I don't even remember, like, the exact words I text her, but it was just, like, it was more so this understanding of, like,
I can't get down with this shit.
I can't get down with this shit. This isn't my purpose.
Soul draining.
And so, right, that's what you said. It's soul draining, and that's true. Like, look, for some people, when I worked in sales, I had this district manager that loved sales and retail and customer service and all. Like, it was his passion. And when he said that shit to me, I knew he wasn't lying. I could see it in his face. So for him, that's his purpose on some level. Find your purpose. I'm not telling everybody to be entrepreneurs in 2024. I'm not telling everybody to find their passion in 2024. But find that thing that you give a fuck about.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is something good for people to bring into 2024. Because contrary to popular belief, it's not hard to make money. It's hard to make money sustainably and put aside the things that like matter to you. Not everybody's built like that. Some people are built like that. Some people can like set the shit aside that they give a fuck about because they're gonna go get this bread. So find your purpose. Sorry, I didn't mean to serious up because everybody got
that was good. That was good.
Nah, I feel I was just listening.
You truthing over there.
Fuck the devil.
Oh.
Okay, all right.
that part too.
That is from 2024, 2025,
And beyond.
and beyond. Yeah. All right.
Did everybody bring something?
Vilas, did you have one?
Bring the 2024. I encourage people to not do resolutions. Do a word to define the year. I started doing it last year, and it really does put a focus on the year. My word last year was investment, and I did, everything I did, became an investment, in my life and my friendships, all that kind of good stuff. And so this year is build, I guess that would be a natural progression from investment is build. So this year is all about building. So, that's one thing I would, bring into 2024 and tell people to do is find your word, man, because it really does help. Right? I don't believe in resolutions. I think, resolutions are just, you wake up one day and resolutions are wishes. Like, they aren't actual goals, in my opinion. They're just wishes. You know what I'm saying? So when you define a year of your life with a word, you always come back to it. You always come back to it.
Okay. I like that. All right. And that's that.
YouTube.
Yeah.
I think we should. If you do that, you should do just the part like this, and highlight things out, and then you just use.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your man Flashback again. We got the real shit, serious shit, however you want to call it. But wanted to just give you guys a quick PSA. We in 2024, and my biggest thing right now, I want to tell every black person with this coming election, stop playing. We are currently running the risk right now of having the same mistake that we had in 2016. You had Hillary Clinton running against Donald Trump. We were so busy nitpicking with Hillary Clinton that we let Trump get into office, and then we were stuck for 4 years. We doing the same thing right now with Biden. We so busy nitpicking with Biden about the little stuff that we're not getting. We about to get even worse with Trump because we don't want to vote and we want to be inactive. You don't have the option to sit back and not do anything. So at this point, my biggest thing is, stop playing. get serious, get out there and vote, and then you can at least have somebody that you can hold accountable for the stuff that you say you're not getting.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Don't forget your New Year's resolution.
Vote for who?
Vote for Biden. And we've had. Hold on. So ask me a question.
Right.
And I say this again, and I mean this in all seriousness. And to my listeners, if you guys have the answer, then you could bring it. Since Lyndon Johnson, show me a president that has done more things physically on paper for black people. Give me one. And I'm very much including Barack in that.
Are you saying Biden is
Yeah. In terms of putting the black women in the Supreme Court, the money he's giving for schools, the money he's giving for cities, the stuff with insulin that's been dropped. Like
I can't think of one.
again, but I just gave you four.
No, I'm
You know
saying,
what I'm saying?
I'm saying I can't think of any president that.
But that's my point, though. And it's like, it's easy to nitpick, and no president's going to be perfect. But they try to act like he hasn't done anything. And my thing is, he makes moves. And the thing about it, to me, the things that he said he would do when he's running for office, he either has done or he's trying to do.
Can I just say something as a person that's not a big political person? I can tell you one major thing Biden has done. I don't have to wake up every morning and remember he's the president. With Donald Trump, every single day we had to hear that he's the president because of dumbass stuff that he's done.
Wait, does Biden wake up in the morning and remember he's president? Sorry. That's
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. That's cool. That's cool. But you talking about somebody that's handling 2 wars at once right now and still dealing with Republicans. Like, don't do that. My man on point. Don't do that.
He did it.
Don't do that.
He laid
He's handling 2 wars right now. He's
You
dealing with
piece of
Ukraine,
crap.
and he's dealing with Israel and Gaza. He's handling 2 wars right now, and in my opinion, he's doing a decent job with it. I mean, we always fussing about, oh yeah, he didn't give us money over here, we got stuff over here. But when he get those stimulus checks out,
No problem.
exactly. But people tend to forget that stuff.
And
It's
also-
like, stop playing.
In all seriousness, all right. I'm just going like Jazz. I'm trying to keep pointing at the time. As far as the war thing, Ukraine, I'm not mad at. It kind of is what it is. Russia's being, or not even Russia the country, but Putin is being Putin. So that is what it is.
Putin.
I wouldn't call 20,000 or 30, whatever the death toll is of like Palestinian civilians. I'm not even talking about active like people with Hamas, like dead. I wouldn't call it handling it pretty well. But again, look, I think that
How many U.S. deaths have we had, though?
I think that to your point about stop playing, I think that it is good for all people, including black people, to stop playing in the sense of engaging in the process. I, unlike Flash, will not tell you who to vote for or whether to even vote if no one who is like registered to like be a candidate represents your interests. But I do think it's important for everyone to get involved and ask questions. So the importance of that is that's a whole nother episode. The importance of that is this. If you have if a politician I'll say this. Here's my stance. This is my stance on this whole political shit. If you cannot tell me what you will do when you get in office, or if you cannot give me a plan for what you will do in your next term if you're already in office, you automatically do not have my vote. Full stop, period. I don't give a fuck about this whole... I don't give a fuck about it. No! What is... So, and here's the thing. I'm going to stop because, look. We about to get into a whole nother episode. But I will say this. The reason I say that is because, look, if the Biden administration has done more for black people since Lyndon B. Johnson, they have no idea how to tell people. That is a problem.
You an adult. You gotta figure that out. You an adult.
No, but
Okay,
okay,
time
okay,
for
let
figure
them
it out and be an adult.
Exactly. Why don't
They
you?
gotta let it. You gotta tell them.
Okay,
You gonna face the same consequences either
I'm
way,
gonna tell you
though.
this,
You
Flash.
gotta tell them now. We gonna crunch time.
Here's the
Flash,
thing.
I'm gonna tell you this. You want to let people figure it out
Yeah.
because they're an adult?
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers are gonna be the same motherfuckers voting for Trump. And y'all and the people that wanted Biden to win, that thought it was so obvious for Biden to win, are gonna be the motherfuckers that's complaining. Here's the thing. Let me see. Okay. You got an iPhone, you got an Android phone. Everybody that got one of them motherfuckers assumes that the one that they have is the superior thing. They think it's so obvious. But the problem is that the person that has the other thing doesn't know it's obvious. You know why? Because they don't actively interface with it on a daily basis like you do. So if you the motherfucker that works 40, 80 hours a week in the Biden administration, or you engage 40, 80 hours a week because you're just generally interested in politics, of course you know the person that you rock with has done, you feel like they've done all of these things because you give a fuck. Mm-hmm. But the most average people, the most average Americans,
and not even saying the average doesn't give a fuck, but
it's not that they don't give a fuck, but most average Americans is like, yo, I just want to get this rent paid. I want to keep the lights on. I want my kid to have some good shit. I want to have some fun for myself. What the fuck is for dinner? I gotta get this done. Oh shit, it's January. Fuck, I got taxes coming out. Inflation, random shit. God damn it! Did my car just do a thing I don't recognize? Like, so
am I about to shit on myself? So that bubble.
Right. So the thing is this.
Yeah.
If you want, marketing is a thing for a reason. PR is a thing for a reason. Because it's important to educate people on the things that you think that you are qualified about. So like if you think, hey, people think Trump gave the stimmies, but actually it was Biden that did A, B, C, D, and E, or he also did the same goddamn thing, then it's important to educate them on that. If it's, hey, historically speaking, over the last 50 years, when we look at the numbers, Republicans actually run up the deficit when they're in the executive when they control the executive branch, and Democrats actually lower the deficit. It's your responsibility as the Democrat to educate people about that. You don't just leave people to their devices and then get mad when they come to the wrong conclusion. They don't know.
Especially not in these times.
But here's the thing with that, though, right? And at the end of the day, and that's why I say stop playing, because you can have that standpoint, but guess what? You still want to face those consequences regardless. So you can sit back and say, oh, yeah, well, you need to market or you need to do this. But at the end of the day, it will behoove you to know what you're signing up for and who you're voting for. You can sit back and say, oh, this like signing a lease. If you don't read what's going on in the lease or in your contract, and you just like, oh, well, I got stuff to do. I got to do this, that, and the third. And you don't pay attention to what you're signing up for, those same consequences are going to hit you regardless. So we can sit back and go about all the stuff you got to do. But at the end of the day, hold on. But at the end of the day, when this stuff happens and they're like, well, why am I getting kicked out early? Why is my rent being this? Why is inflation going like that? And then the people out of control, you don't put in office, then you're going to face those same consequences. So at the end of the day, yeah, it's easy to sit back and say, oh, well, you need to spoon feed me this or spoon feed me that. But guess what? At the end of the day, that president don't lose. We will. It's going to affect you. So if you want to sit back and watch us burn together, then that's cool. If you don't want to do that work, fine. Then we're all going to suffer together. This was my last warning, just telling you to do it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to, you don't have to.
Everybody,
but also,
this is last part.
Yeah.
If you don't want to vote, you don't have to. There's nothing forcing you. There's no law saying that you have to. This is my last warning. But just understand, when we get these consequences that we get for not acting, don't say I didn't warn you. I done been on this podcast a couple times telling you to do it.
Right.
So when you sit back and go, why are we discriminated against this? Why is this happening? And why is that happening? I'm like, oh, this is tied to voting. That was tied to voting. This is tied to voting. I done gave you warning after warning after warning. So at the end of the day, do what you want to do. Just don't say I didn't tell you.
First of all, that sounds like flashbacks of my father. But second, it's easy to say to educate people, but people are just in their ways now. I think people are just gonna vote who they want to vote for, and that just be it. People are just even if you say, let's just for example say that Trump, because he fired the organization that stops pandemics from coming to America, there will be a person that say, well, how did he do that? What did he do? And then we can have a discussion about it. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, that person still thinks that Trump didn't indirectly introduce COVID into the nation. So,
and just another thing to tie on how much it affects people. Yeah. When COVID was over and people didn't have jobs and they couldn't work, and people were trying to evict them out of their houses, right. Biden was the one that kept them inside. He made it so that you couldn't get evicted if you couldn't pay rent during that COVID period.
What was the result of that?
Oh, we got inflation.
Continue.
We got inflation.
No, but what was the? But let's dig deeper into that for a second. 123. All right, we'll take 3 minutes. What was the direct result of that?
People stayed in their houses.
What else?
You got inflation. Well, that wasn't the only thing that led to it, but that was part of it.
What happened with people who? So how?
Oh, we talking about the landlords?
How many months did a sole proprietor landlord go without getting any payment for their business?
So you should have got evicted. Is that what you're saying? So they should have got evicted. Is that what you're saying?
No, let's not do ad hominems.
I'm just saying it's only two options.
Homonyms.
It's only two
Homonyms.
options. It's only two options.
You introduced it.
It's right. It's only two options. It's either they get
I'm
evicted
just asking for
because
a
they can't pay a landlord. So it's only two options.
I'm just asking for a timeline. What happened next?
They stayed in the house. It wasn't too much of that.
Okay, so they stayed. So so everybody. We can't even say those that couldn't afford to pay their rent stayed in the house, but everybody got to stay in their house. Mm-hmm. All right. So the person who was a landlord that had a mortgage on that property that they were renting out, how did they pay that mortgage?
You talking about put that on their bank?
What did their P&L statement look like?
Oh yeah, they couldn't pay it.
Okay. So then what?
So then when it was over, people that didn't pay, they owed all that money back.
What was the eviction?
I'm saying for the renters too. So the renters still owed that back money they didn't pay. They couldn't get evicted from.
Was there?
So you still owe the money.
Was there a 0% charge-off rate for those mortgages that those sole proprietors?
Hold on, I think you missed what I'm saying. They still had to pay the money. So it wasn't. Hold on, it wasn't that. Oh yeah, well we're just not going to pay you. Some did, to be fair. But the thing wasn't that. Oh yeah, you get a pass on the rent. The issue was the law was that you couldn't get evicted because you still owed the money. So basically, if I'm a renter and I'm in your spot and I'm in your property, you just can't kick me out. It doesn't mean I don't have to pay you. I still have to pay you.
So,
I just owe you that money. You couldn't kick me out.
So you had a property that someone was living in who couldn't pay the rent. That's unfortunate. But because they couldn't pay the rent, the normal avenues you would go, you couldn't go down. So then you couldn't get someone else in to derive yourself revenue in order to pay your baseline costs. We're not even talking about profits right now. We're talking about.
But why do you think that was, though? Why do you think that was? Because who was working during COVID? A lot of people weren't working during COVID.
I understand that. But
here's the thing. So at the end of the day, I hear what we're going to the same point. At the end of the day, are you saying they should be evicted or they shouldn't be evicted?
No, I think you're oversimplifying the situation.
I'm not. So then what would you do? So then what's your answer for that?
I would have, in that situation, in that scenario, I would have actually provided, so those stimmies that was supposed to go to things like, I don't know, rent, I would have provided directly to the landholder or the leaseholder so that they're made whole. And in that scenario, you can get that.
Hold on, you can get that. That's what those small business loans was going for, though. That's part of those loans that we're supposed to get, though.
A loan and an entitlement. There's a difference between a loan and a grant.
Mm-hmm. Right, sure.
Some things you have to pay back.
Sure.
Others, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're giving a stimulus, something that was something that was provided without an expectation of repayment with an interest added to it, if you provide that directly to the person who owns the land, the person who has the direct lease.
So what about their food and what they're supposed to eat? What about their BG&E and everything else?
That's a separate issue. Then you can take that.
That's why they got a stimulus, because it's supposed to cover all that stuff.
All right.
That's exactly why they got a stimulus.
In the fear of sounding like I'm dodging the debate, we're at an hour and 20 seconds.
This would be so. Hold on, and you're right.
This is interesting nonetheless.
And you're right. And my only point is just like I said before, because the only reason I'm saying it now, because I'm not going to say it again. Y'all going to do what y'all want to do. This is my last warning to y'all. Y'all can get out there and vote, but if you don't, if we go down the same road, I don't want to hear nothing about it afterwards.
You know what? That's really like chilling in a way. Like when you say that, like this is your last warning.
It's the reality.
Yeah, that's really.
So we can make all the excuses in the world, but the reality is the reality, and we only got two choices.
So I got a question.
Play games if you want to.
So I got a question for the room. Is it safe to say that the common ground is everyone should stop playing and engage in the process?
Yeah.
No, because at the end of the day, if you don't engage in a process, the decision's still being made for you. So it's not like you had the ability or the option.
Exactly. But I said that. Everyone should stop playing and engage. Look around and make an informed decision for yourself and the shit that you give a fuck about.
Y'all can pretend like they the same, but they not. I mean, it's only one person to vote for.
Is that not the same? See, that's where we diverge.
Okay. So do you think that somebody should vote for Trump as a black person right now?
I think if Trump serves their interest, then they should. I think people should vote for who the fuck has their interest.
So that's right, but as of right now, if I was a black person, you think it makes sense for a black person to go for Trump, given his track record?
Flash, let me tell you something. If Donald Trump signed a contract that said that my student loans personally would be completely abated without having to pay tax on
Has he
it.
done that though?
2-0. If he
Has he
if-
done that?
if
He's
he-
been in
I'm
office
giving you a
before. Has he done
hypothetical. I'm giving you a hypothetical.
I'm talking about as of right now. Not we talking about
I'm
right
giving you a
now.
hypothetical.
In reality time,
You
right
said,
now.
You said should a black person vote for Trump?
Right now, not hypothetically if this. I'm talking about right now. Situation being what it is, should a black person vote for Trump?
If they find that Trump fits their interests, yes.
Okay.
Period.
Okay.
That is what democracy
And you think that?
is.
So, and you think
Exactly. Same thing.
So what about Trump right now?
If
Will fit a
someone,
black
if
person's
someone
interest
thinks
right
Dean
now?
Phillips serves their interest, they should vote for him. If someone thinks Marianne Williamson should vote for them, serves their interest.
Never
they should
mind
vote for
that
them.
you're endorsed by the
If someone thinks that Nikki Haley serves their interest, they should vote for them. If someone thinks fucking Deadpool serves their interest,
Got my vote.
vote for them. Larry Hogan, if he serves your interest, vote for them. DJ Melodies, if she serves your interest, vote.
That's who's getting
for
my vote.
Melodies for
Personally,
president.
I am Melodies for President 2024.
Yes.
And if you are with me, then give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah! Da-da-da-da-da.
Hold
I
on.
didn't say anything, sir. I didn't
So
hear
what we
anything.
gonna do is we gonna walk up in this son bitch
Hold on.
and we gonna pull the lever for DJ Melodies, and that's the bottom line.
Hey!
Cause Vinny said so.
Oh man, that's so slow.
I
Da-da-da-da.
like how Vinny tried to digress,
America's elbow.
but let's be clear. You are talking about a president that has been endorsed by the KKK. First off, you also talking about a president.
What
that-
endorsement?
Oh, David D. Look it up.
What endorsement? That's
Donald Trump. You don't
Yeah,
look,
yeah, I know.
Look it up.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
just saying,
I'm just
so-
saying what an endorsement that is.
I know. I'm just
The
saying. So, like,
KKK.
when we talking about presidents as a black person, like it's the same, and I'm telling you, it's not. You act like
And
crazy.
as a black person,
Hold on,
I got
hold on.
3 words
Hold
for
on.
you.
Nope,
94 crime bill.
Hold on. And hold on. Who asked for that crime bill? Though?
Black people.
So what you talking about?
But what I'm talking about
Black
is
people. Hold on. So black people asked for a crime bill. Biden filled it out, but it's because we asked for it. So again, don't you trying to
black
tie it
people
around the side of
also
this now.
ask for.
Hold on,
Black
hold on,
people-
hold on.
Black people
Before you
also
just-
ask for civil rights, and that was provided to them. And studies have shown that the greatest beneficiary of civil rights is white women. So
So you saying that black people
you're
didn't benefit
saying-
from civil rights? So you don't think that black people benefit from
again
civil
ad
rights?
hominem.
Wait, white women because
Ad
black guys
hominem.
get to date them?
Hold on.
Yeah, yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Benny trying to bounce around, but I'm gonna get
Black
back
man
to that
dates
point.
white woman.
Hold on.
Yes,
I'ma
you
just
are,
get this-
Melodies.
Hold on, real quick. I just want
Yeah.
to stick to this point because, like I said before, it's my last time talking about
And then
it.
we'll end on your note.
Fine.
Yeah.
But my point being with this is when I asked him about a black person voting for Trump, like I told you before, as a black person, why in the world would you vote for somebody that was endorsed by the KKK? And when you catch white nationalists, the ones that were locked up and caught, they said they did what they did because they thought that he gave them the okay to do so. So again, as a black person, why in the world would you vote for somebody that put people that do active hate crimes against black people and other races? Why in the world would you want to vote for him as president? Regardless of what of his policies he's doing. But y'all can sit back and pretend like, oh yeah, Trump, Biden, the same person. It's not. But again, like I told you before, y'all can keep playing if y'all want to. But when we find ourselves in these situations, I don't want to hear it. 'Cause I done told you 10 times the sky falling. I done told you 10 times this building burning. And you can rationalize it and play around with it however you want to. But when it come down and we stuck in a bad situation, don't say I ain't tell you.
No one said they was the same person, but I'm gonna leave it there because we gotta end. It's been a great time, beer planners. We always enjoy the laughs.
What's with the somber voice you're putting? Like,
I am what?
we're not at a funeral.
We're not.
You know what? Beer planners.
That
There
man,
we go.
Yeah.
that man is protecting his mental health with that voice.
Beer planners. We thank you for joining us in this new year. Okay, we thank you for joining us in the last year. And we want y'all to follow us on @the Beer Plans on IG, and you can catch us on all your favorite podcast platforms. We all over. We in this bitch. If we, like B.O.B. said. Y'all remember B.O.B.? No?
Vaguely, yeah.
No?
I said, kind of, sort of, a little bit.
No,
We
wow.
left him in what year?
2019, 18?
Headband. Whatever headband came out.
13,
The
14.
IG page is @Beer Plans Podcast.
Absolutely.
Oh, is it? Okay. All right.
Come on, the Beer Plan. What's up with you, bro?
I'm sorry. But and we love y'all, and we'll continue to see you in 2024.
Until next time.
Peace.
We out.
Swallow.
Get a vasectomy.
Swallowed.